Okay. Wow. Welcome back.
Hello. Oh, hello.
What did you just say?
Too many L's.
What were you trying to say?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My tongue touched the ridge too many times.
As promised, I'm finally gonna get these coins.
Red coins.
Red coins. Yes, I got all the coins. Okay, so did I hit him? Oh my gosh, I'm a rock star. All right. Hey, Grace.
Hello.
What do you want to talk about today? What do you think of? What what is your take on trees?
I love trees.
Trees, a good plant or the best plant?
You're a
To
natural
discuss.
comedian.
Ow! Ow!
I love trees. I love trees of all kind. I think they're beautiful. I think they're perfect.
Okay, but what about the trees that aren't as beautiful?
What about them? They're trees. That makes them the best.
Some trees are objectively prettier than other trees. I wonder if I can go up this one.
Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
No, I cannot. I'm gonna do it. I can do it.
My belief.
Beholder? Like a buzz. Oh, that didn't go very well.
Just
Get
go
up,
around.
Mario. I could do that. That's the way it wants me to do. That's the way it wants me to go. I am not a cog in your machine. Oh. Here you go, last try.
Never gonna get it, never gonna get it.
Oh, they really just put it right out of
Aw.
reach. Alright, I have one more trick. This is the last try for sure. Nope, okay.
Oops.
That was my last trick.
That was a
I'll
bad
go the
trick.
long way.
What do you think about trees?
I think they're okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give them a 6.
What's your favorite movie? Or rather, what one Star Wars movie
Don't
from
do this
any
to me.
part of it would you say is better than any part of your choosing of Lord of the Rings?
I do not understand the question. There was entirely too many subclauses in that
So,
question.
Star Wars and Lord of the Rings both have a lot of
Both great
parts.
movies, yes, wonderful.
yes.
You know, I talk about Star Wars like it's one movie,
Okay, yes, that's true.
when in fact it was 6. Don't at me, as they say.
And how many movies is Lord of the Rings?
3. The Hobbit is, first of all, a different story altogether, but second of all, not worth talking about.
Alright.
You can at me on that one. I'll talk about that for days. Is that 6? I guess 6 already? Time to go.
Okay, so if you had to say between the first Star Wars, whatever that means to you, and the first Lord of the Rings movie, which one is better?
By first, you mean Phantom Menace or A New Hope?
Whatever that means to you.
Okay, so if I'm comparing the first Lord... Well, okay, it's a little unfair. The first Lord of the Rings movie, obviously is a better movie because it had, like, it was... I mean, setting aside things like CGI, it had a coherent story was already, like, in place. Like, the trilogy was written, and Peter Jackson just had to realize it. And more than that, they filmed all 3 of those movies. Oh, I haven't been here yet. Oh, right, because this is a water level. They filmed all 3 of those movies simultaneously. So, like, the story was more coherent. The story was already in place. Whereas A New Hope was just a standalone movie. It was just Star Wars. There was no, like, episode number or anything that was added later. So, I think Lord of the Rings was a better movie because of of the role, not Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, I think, was a better movie because of the role it played in the trilogy. But you can't, I think Star Wars A New Hope as a film did more, like, culturally, I guess, in terms of, like, what am I doing? Where am I going?
I don't know.
In terms of, like, establishing like a way of doing things. Like A New Hope changed cinema in a way. You know, it put space as like a viable setting for a drama.
What is that?
Instead of just, that's a great question. This is an eldritch horror that I'm
Dare
trying
you.
to lure out of this hole. Come here, come get me. I'm gonna drown. My feet free and you have to breathe. Even though I just did a whole video about how horrible water levels are because you're constantly running out of air. What was I saying? Oh,
New
like,
Hope
yeah,
changed
culturally,
cinema.
yeah, culturally, I think Star Wars did more than Lord of the Rings. I mean, it's definitely a close. You could
There
argue.
you
You could argue
go.
either way. I lured him out, and he came out looking for me. There he is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's a big scary boy. I'm stuck.
Shut
I'm
up.
stuck. Oh, please, please, no, please,
Uh-oh.
please! I don't want to drown down here. Please, okay. All right, gotta
Oh,
go get some
goodness.
air. I cannot. This is like guaranteed to. My sister will not watch this level because she can't handle water levels at all. Anyway, yeah, I think the A New Hope was a game changer for movies in general. It definitely spurred a huge, a huge new kind of fan following. Whereas Lord of the Rings, I think, you know, people like the books, and then more people like the movies, but a whole new type of people started liking Star Wars.
I see.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong altogether. I wasn't there. I wasn't alive. But the fact that 40 years later, wow, people are still having very strong opinions about what Star Wars is and is not, I think demonstrates the power of it. Whereas Lord of the Rings, like, you don't really have an opinion about what is and what is not Lord of the Rings. Like, even the thing of the Hobbit movie, it's like, The Hobbit was such a short book, and it shouldn't have been 3 movies. Like, that's just, I don't think anyone would argue with that. I don't think making it 3 movies enhanced the story in any way. But also, it's just, like, not as good at telling the story. Whereas people argue about Star Wars are like, they want a different story to be told. But The Hobbit was already a story, and it was just told poorly. I don't know. That's how I feel about that.
I don't have feelings on it. I love The Lord of the Rings. And I was too young to remember the beginning Star Wars movies. So,
You grew up with the prequels, right?
sure.
Like Phantom Menace.
Whatever Ewan
Attack
is
of the
in.
Clone- Yes. The prequels.
I know I've seen them all at some point. Sort of like Marvel movies. I've seen them all at some point, but
I don't know that you have, though, because we've talked about these, and
I can't express to you how little I cared about movies as a child and how much I went to the movies as a child. Or saw movies.
yes, here we go. This is a game changer.
Better than the land shell support.
Oh, where'd it go?
No.
It just disappeared. I was really enjoying that.
It's nice that the pressure doesn't get to you.
Oh yeah, just imagine if Mario
like-
got the Oh my god! Okay.
Is that a reaper?
Is
Look at
this
him.
Subnautica? Alright, now this is just like a scar.
Oh my
I was telling you.
goodness.
Glitch through the wall here. Get this. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Uh-oh, you're
Now
deep.
we're in trouble. Now in trouble.
No, you got it.
Oxygen.
Maybe it'll be as forgiving as Subnautica.
Nope. When you're out, you're out. That's
Killed
it.
Mario.
Just little X's over the eyes. Send them down to sticks.
Oh.
Anyway. Oh, yeah. Subnautica. That's a great game. Let's see if I can keep the shell this time. I like the shell because I don't have to push A to swim, because this controller is so clicky that the microphone picks up the A button when oh, yes. when I push A a lot.
Yeah, I
And I
like.
bet that's annoying to people listening.
I tried to figure out if that was happening to me.
What the heck?
too. Wow.
Okay, guess it just lasts a certain amount of time.
Yeah. So do you want to talk about something that people watching this will not be interested in at all?
Absolutely. That's the best way to increase your fan base.
Okay, so I'm doing yoga teacher training right now, and
It's just her plugging her channel. I
one of
guess.
the no, it's not.
gonna use me
one
as
of
a
the things that
platform.
we have to talk about is like religion in the yoga studio. And how to get people to not think you're just doing religious ceremonies in the middle of your classes. And it's really interesting to read testimonies from people who like are not familiar with yoga beyond like stretching. Oh, honey. And they just like leave reviews about teachers who post or who like put on spiritual rituals during class or say strange prayers or speak in tongues
Speaking in
or
tongues.
something. And it made me think like
Snake handling in a
Right.
yoga classroom.
it made me think about our Ashtanga teacher who one day after class was like, I'm feeling really special right now, so I'm gonna say the closing prayer for Ashtanga. Because there's like an assigned chant, a mantra for the end of it. And it's just stuff like that.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I didn't get it. Oh my gosh. Put the controller down. I thought I
Why?
had the star. Ah. Okay.
Yay! Anyway, I just thought it was funny. And of course, if you don't know anything about yoga and people just start singing strange sounds, you're gonna assume that it's the end.
It is, yeah, it's
Like
true.
they're summoning something.
I used to do P90X, and there's a whole video for yoga. It's like 130. Yeah, it's 130, 120. Wait, how do I do math? It's 90 minutes. P90X. Yeah, it's an hour and a half. It's like 100 an hour
90X.
minutes. P90, yes, P90 minutes extreme. It stands for
Yep.
it stands for PP 90 minutes extreme.
No.
But they had a whole video of yoga for 90 minutes, and it ends with, what star am I getting? Oh, wait,
May as well get the red one.
no, I don't want to get.
That looks awful.
He's got the best balance.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's just holding the tip of that pin. And he ends with like sitting cross-legged and like doing the Om chanting. And he has a little disclaimer where he's like, "This isn't a religion, it's not a cult." And he kind of chuckles. He's like, "It's just Om. Like, we're literally just making a sound, people. Please don't make this a thing."
Yeah.
Ah, come on. Okay.
Yeah, apparently that's one of people's biggest problems with it here.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, if you are not looking for a religious experience and you perceive something to be a religious experience, I'm sure it's a turnoff.
Yep.
Or if you have a set idea of what a religious experience is or looks like.
Or if you have a set idea of what yoga is. You're like, I am going to do, like, some people only know power yoga, like what they did at the school gym, which is terrible.
Oh.
It's not
yeah.
terrible, but
It's terrible
It's
if you're going in
it's
looking for just
annoying.
regular yoga.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember like we thought, yeah, we're pretty good at this. You know,
Yeah,
we
just
do
a little.
Ashtanga. We're legit. And like 10 minutes in,
some
we're like, this
power
is not
flow.
yoga.
Yeah, I don't think people know what they're talking about when they say that Ashtanga is, like, it's super intense. The poses get really hard after a while, but I have
Yeah.
never been out of breath or felt like I was doing cardio.
Well, the whole point is you're supposed to like slow your breath and control it.
This is an interesting. I'm sorry I brought this up.
I mean, yeah, yoga is interesting. It's something I think a lot of people feel like they know about, and then there's like, it's the tip of the iceberg, you know?
Yes.
Like there's way more to it than what I think most people would say they understand. No, no, I don't want to have to go again.
Not very good, are you?
I'm not very good, am I?
You can't make the same joke.
You can't make the same joke. Alright, that's enough of that.
Lowest.
Ah, I'm gonna go slower this time. I can't. He has 1 speed. It's so hard. I mean, he's got like, you know, I could walk, but that's boring. I don't play video games to walk around at a
I don't like that his
snail's pace.
his jumpy noise is yeah, and it's clearly got an accent and stuff. But if he bumps into something, it's just like huh. I hate it. Yoo-hoo!
Just do a little. Oops. Okay, just do a little.
Yeah.
This is it. Get the start. Here we go. But what do you think of Star Wars?
I like it. I like Star Wars.
Here's a toad.
Oh, it's me. What happens if I try to do the toad voice?
Oh, well, I don't know.
I don't think I can gravel my voice that way. The name's of Stop. It's so terrible.
Wait, what was that? Try again?
I can't smile into it. The names of the stars. Oh, I can't. Whose voice is that? Like a Muppet.
You just sound like a Muppet that's smoking 6 packs a day. Anyway, you can collect the stars in any order.
We're all waiting for your help.
I don't want to do water anymore. I have 20 stars.
Let's slide.
I can do anything. I can do anything.
What's the next part of this game?
Oh, I can go to the basement. I have a key to the basement. But, oh, you have never even seen this stage, have you? Don't worry, it's a friendly boo. They're not friendly. So this is the courtyard. The castle's
Are they
courtyard.
dolphins? That's not a dolphin.
That's
It's
my dolphin
probably not
noise.
as funny on a microphone when they can't see your face while you do it.
I'm going on a ghost hunt. Ghost hunt. Come on in here. I don't know what sound of ghost hunt. Come on! Oh.
I hate it. Oh,
Alright. I gotta hunt ghosts. Hey, you wanna play piano? Ah, just kidding, psych, it's a monster! That was literally the scariest thing in my childhood.
That's pretty scary.
Bar none. This is not where I want
Little
to be.
bashful boo.
I don't want to be in there. We'll go there later. Here we
Oh,
go.
what the heck?
This is a boot.
What in the heck? Oh,
You got
Abu?
Ghosts, don't die! Can you get out of here alive?
Alive.
So this is a little eyeball.
Yeah.
And how do you think you beat it?
Punch it in the eye.
Silly, no, you make it dizzy.
Makes sense.
Yep. Like any other eyeball you're trying to beat in the wild. You know, hiking through the woods and you're like, ah, no, an eyeball. Better run in circles real quick. Da 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 da. They think it's really funny when I punch them in the butt.
Boos are so cute.
You think?
My game has a friendly boo.
Whoops! Down in the drink with ye.
This is where you meant to go, though, so.
Is it? You think?
Kind of.
Let me know this.
Is this The Legend of Zelda?
This is, yes, Song of Storms. This is where you learn the Song of Storms to teach to the man when you were a child, to teach it to you as an adult,
Yes.
because
Because it just goes around.
oh, what's the name of that? Is that the Bootstrap Paradox?
I don't know
Look it
anything
up.
about that.
I've got my hands full playing Mario. This is Super Mario 64. Welcome back to Super Mario 64, where we're going on a ghost hunt. Anyway, no, wait.
Did you start over?
Bootstrap? What? No, I had to go up from the basement.
Wait, did you start the
What? No.
what bootstrap?
Bootstrap Paradox? Is that a thing? I may be making up that word altogether, actually.
No,
No? Does that sound right?
it's
Gotta punch it. Yes.
Google says it's a thing.
Well, if Google says,
But it's not loading, so
so we'll never know.
a casual loop.
What? Oh, causal?
Causal.
You know, just a casual time paradox. NBD, we're just going out for a casual time loop.
Well, causal loop is what comes up. A theoretical proposition in which, by means of either retrocausality or time travel, a sequence of events is among the causes of another event, which is in turn among the causes of the first mentioned event.
So it is.
Yes.
So that is what it is. So the Song of Storms is a bootstrap paradox. Fascinating.
How would they say that this exists
What do you
without
mean?
time travel?
How it can't, right?
Right. I guess how would they come up with it? Just as soon as time travel started being an idea that people had?
Well, pretty sure all these things are like theoretical. Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Since people don't actually travel through time enough to make it like a scientific thing. I think it's more just people like thinking about all the different ways time can interact with itself, or like different timelines can overlap and intersect, because there's like a grandfather paradox too or something. I think it's more for storytelling. Big Boo! Blah, blah, blah. What are you learning? What you reading over there?
Oh, nothing.
Not gonna tell us more about paradoxes? Got the Big Boo here. There's a medium Boo. Big Boo in a little coat.
I like boos. They make me think of marshmallows.
Yeah. Do we have marshmallows?
You don't care about marshmallows.
I love marshmallows.
Oh no.
How dare you speak to me that way? Here we go! Alright. So that was the Go on a Ghost Hunt. Next time, yeah, we'll do more of that. Next time.
Yay!
Yay! Bye.